Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all? The Indiana Fever are making waves. They beat the Los Angeles Sparks last night, and they are already in the playoffs. Let me tell y'all something. You could thank the coach, Christie. You could thank Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston for Indiana Fever making waves and making the playoffs. Y'all stay tuned. See what I got to say in this video. So listen to me. In this video, I'm going to be playing the post-game press conference with Curt Miller, who is the coach for the LA Sparks, and how the reporters was asking him, what is the difference makers with Caitlin Clark? What makes Caitlin Clark so good? I try to tell y'all, man, there is a clear gap between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Let's make no mistake about it. Let me get it out on the table right now. Caitlin Clark is the clear front runner for the Rookie of the Year. Caitlin Clark is the clear front runner for the Rookie of the Year. So I don't want to hear no more talks of anyone saying that Angel Reese should still be a candidate and should still win the Rookie of the Year. Let me tell you reasons why Caitlin Clark is the Rookie of the Year. She is leading her team to the playoffs. They have already clinched the playoff spot. They're currently in the 6th spot right now. They are 2 games above 500. Caitlin Clark is averaging, I know you can say within the last 10 games or so, is over 24 points per game. She is averaging close to damn near 8 to 10 assists a game. She is averaging about 5 rebounds a game. Caitlin Clark is the truth. Now, it's not only just Caitlin Clark that is the reason why the Indiana Fever has made the playoffs. It is Christie Size. Let me give a lot of props to Christie Size. Christie Size deserves a lot of credit. She was getting a lot of slack from a lot of people saying that she shouldn't be the coach of the Indiana Fever. But let me tell you something. Good things takes time. You have to trust the process. Christie Size believe in her team. How she has turned this team around is being the head honcho of this team because she is the coach. She gives them direction. She gives them the vision. She makes up and draws up the plays. Let me tell you something. A lot of the plays that I'm seeing is because of the coach. Yes, it's because also you can add Caitlin Clark, her brilliance on the court, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and the supporting staff and the supporting team. But let me tell you something. Christie Sides should be a candidate for the coach of the year. I'm just telling you, she should be a candidate for the coach of the year. Will she win the coach of the year? I don't think so. But at the end of the day, her name should be in the hat to be one of the candidates for the coach of the year. How she's been able to turn this team around in the second half of the season. Make no mistake about it. Aaliyah Boston, she is amazing. Aaliyah Boston has had it tough in the last couple of games because she's been having to play defense on a lot of tough players down in the paint. And in the paint in the WNBA is no joke. It's very physical, but she's been able to keep her head straight, and she showed out last night against the LA Sparks. So let me give a lot of props to Aaliyah Boston and her contributions that she is making on the team. Let me also give a lot of props to the supporting teammates that's on the team and the coaching staff that's with Christie Size. I can tell a big difference in the direction that the Indiana Fever is going on the positive side. On the rest of this video, I'm going to be showing you the post-game conference of Curt Miller, and listen very carefully on what he had to say about Caitlin Clark and her triple-double last night. And you're going to listen to a little bit of Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston's post-game conference. Hey, Make sure you like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have over 10,000 subscribers. And also make sure in the comments about what are your thoughts on the road of redemption that the Indiana Fever is on right now. And they are 2 games above 500. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, man, y'all keep y'all head on the swivel and stay tuned to the next video.
Question is, when it comes to Caitlin Clark, just to see the type of player that she is, with you coaching, women's basketball for so long, have you seen any player that you can kind of compare her game to? And what special things does she do that kind of stands out that maybe for us with the ordinary eye can't see, that you coaches who've been in the game a while can see?
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to say anything that you haven't heard. I mean, she is elite, and she is one special player. Things that stand out to me that have been around the game for 35 years, she plays with great pace. She plays with a great tempo first. She is an elite passer. She is an elite passer. She sees things before they develop. And she can really read things. That's why for us to turn her over 7 times and maybe have some other passes that might have been turnovers attributed to a bad catch or so, was impressive for us tonight, because she is an elite passer of the basketball. So that's what makes her special. Everyone talks about the logo threes. To me, what that does is she got incredible range, but it just opens up the floor for everybody else. That logo range opens up the floor. And so you're always have to be guarding her, and you always have to be giving her attention. She's really special. I don't have a lot of comps. I have different breakdowns of people within her game, but she has it all. When Sue Bird was in her prime, Sue Bird played with incredible pace. Like, one of the things that probably didn't get talked about enough is how fast Sue Bird was when she was in her prime. I got to coach Becky Hammond when, she was in college. And Becky Hammond had such a unique ability to put the ball in the basket. It just, like, when she got open and got any kind of space, you just counted it. She just was not going to miss a lot of open shots. Now, Becky didn't play necessarily with the pace that Caitlin, but she, had the unique ability to create space and get shots off and make shots, played with change of pace. So I see, elements of Caitlin that I got to witness firsthand with the opportunity to coach Becky Hammond in her career. Other things, just continue to, other people, like Caitlin's got great size. Like, she's going to just grow at the defensive end as her career goes on, because she's got length and size, and she'll just become better and better at that end. So she's a special player, and we are really, really fortunate to have her in our league.
End of a game, something like that. Obviously, you're not trying to manipulate the game, but obviously people knew the last rebound is triple-double.
I mean, it's right next to the scoreboard, so I think everybody's pretty aware of what's happening. I mean, honestly, somebody had to get the rebound, and I was actually the closest one to the ball, so yeah.
Aaliyah, for you, I guess, how has it been growing into a new role with this team this year, and I guess picking your spots and having different games? It might keep 8 assists one night, 24 points tonight, and just knowing how to choose the spots.
Yeah, I think it's just about reading the floor and taking what the defense gives you. I feel like I just try to let the game come to me and not force it. So if it's a night where I have more assists than anything else, then that's what it's going to be. And then if it's a night where I can score the ball and get rebounds and assert myself on the boards, and that's what it's going to be. It's really just taking what they give me.
Tony. Aaliyah, Christy said she and you talked a little bit about your recent games, how they can help you get going. What do you feel like ignited you tonight and led to the big performance?
God. Seriously, I think, you always want to play the best. And I feel like, especially these past 2 games, for me, just making sure that I have a presence on the floor. And so tonight, I mean, it was just, prayer, just knowing that he's equipped me for anything. And it was the game that we had tonight. And so I'm just super blessed.
Go Christine, then Lou.
For both of you, obviously that lots of great positive things happened in the last 24 hours. Was it a little difficult to get back up for it? Obviously, LA was playing well, turnovers. Can you maybe describe your mindset when, you've already accomplished so many goals, but of course you want to win the game, and you did, but how hard that is to kind of get through that on a night like this? Thank you.
Yeah, I thought we could have came out with a little more energy. I thought we seemed a little bit flat. And I don't think that wasn't because of we felt complacent with already being in the playoffs or anything like that. I'm just not sure if our energy was quite where it needed to be. And I thought we could have picked that up a little bit better. We weren't always on the same page. And I think that kind of started from the beginning. We didn't really play with as much pace as we usually do. At moments, we definitely did. But I didn't think it was consistent throughout the game. And then obviously we could have taken care of the ball a little bit better. I think, we win by 10 to 15, maybe even more than that if we just take better care of the ball. So I think something you go back and watch, and we know on Friday we got to come out with a lot more energy.
We'll go Lou, then we'll go in the back to Dom.
Earlier. Last week, Coach was talking about the improvement in the team, and she cited toughness and maturity has come out in the last month since the Olympic break and those practices. Do you feel like this fourth quarter was an example of that, where you got challenged, you made some runs, but you couldn't put them away, but you had to fight them off again?
Yeah, I think, over the course of the season, it's about making sure that we're able to close out games. And there were some games that we lost at the beginning of the season because our fourth quarter wasn't great. And so even going into this fourth quarter, we just emphasized that, listen, this is the fourth quarter, 10 more minutes. We have to give it all our best. We knew that they weren't just going to lay down and let us take the game. And so just making sure that if they score, then we have to score and then get a stop. And that's really our mindset, especially in that fourth quarter.
We'll go Dom, then we'll go with Keem on the right.
Yeah, for both of you, just 6 straight home games, including tonight, to get that homestand started off with a win, knowing how well you've played already the second half. Crazy environment every night here. How's that feel to get that homestand started out right, knowing that you're just going to be here at home for so long?
Yeah, I think it's important. These are games you really need to win at home, and the more we can win, the better we can position ourselves for the playoffs. So, and also we're just a competitive group of individuals. Like, nobody wants to lose. That's not fun, especially in front of these fans. That a lot of them, they only get to see the Fever play one time. They spend a lot of money to come here and watch us and have fun with us. So, you want to kind of give them a show every single time we're in here. And honestly, it's a lot of fun. So, don't take that for granted, because before we know it, the season will be over. And I think this team is just trying to go one game at a time. But to get the homestand started off on the right note, I think was super important. And it's just continuing to go one step at a time and continue to build that confidence. But I feel like we're playing really good inside this building. So it's just continuing to build on that.
Good.